Well, hello everybody. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we begin, don't forget about that subscribe button and the bell below you there. You're on YouTube, and just click those, and anytime a new episode comes your way, you're going to be notified of them. So you can check them out and leave a comment here in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. And we're on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And feel free to follow us there, send us an inbox, and if you want to leave a comment, you can do that as well. And you can email us as well, paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist that wants to be on the show, just email me and we'll show you how to do that. But we also love fan mail, so if you're a fan, just go ahead and email us and we'll get back to you. And all this will be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Austin, Texas today, we have Chris Chitsey. He's a very awesome artist. I think you're going to agree with that. And we'll get to that in just a second, but first here's a quick word from Galtar, the guitar made specifically for women. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
Ready in 5.
Darling, when nothing else seems to match up. Galtar, the musical apparel that fits any outfit. Galtar, bringing heaven to earth, one gal at a time. GaltarHeaven.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Austin, Texas today, we have Chris Chitsey. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate you having me on, buddy.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you here today. Well, tell us about your story about how you became an artist, because everyone has their own walk of life. Tell us your story. We'd love to hear
Sure. How much time do you have?
it.
My story started back in high school. My dad had at the time, this was back in the late 80s, my dad had a giant barbecue restaurant in downtown Austin. It was a 3-story barbecue restaurant, and on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays on the upper floor, he would have live music and would book various artists. The Dixie Chicks used to play every Thursday. Rick Trevino was every Friday. I started playing some Saturdays and just kind of got hooked on it. This again was in high school, so went to college about an hour south of here for my undergrad, and just started playing every bar, every fair, festival, every fraternity, sorority party, everything I could possibly play. And it wasn't very long after that, a actual pretty big time producer was in town at a bar in Bastrop and quote unquote discovered me. Within about 2 weeks, I was in Nashville picking out songs for my first album, which came out in about 1998. And it was 250 shows a year, living on a bus, playing with everybody you can think of all over the country, and just an awesome time. Loved the road life, and we just had such a great time. But it all started way back in high school, many years ago.
Well, that's a great story, and I'm glad you're still doing what you're doing. I'm sure you'll have many more years to come on your.
I hope you're right.
Well, I know you mentioned the Dixie Chicks. I guess they're probably people that you looked up to when you were growing up and helped you. And I see you're wearing Waylon. I'm sure he did too. Tell us some of your influences.
All of those were great influences on me. I'm kind of an old soul, but it's Waylon and Mel Tillis, and a lot of George Strait, being from this Austin area. George Strait and I went to the same college, Southwest Texas State University, now called Texas State in San Marcos, and he graduated back in '78, and myself in '98. But I used to host a jam session in San Marcos with Ace and the whole band, his band. Most of those guys live in the Austin, San Marcos area. For years, he had bus call and the airport in San Marcos. So we, for years, actually a couple of years when I was in college. I hosted a jam session with his band. So I would say my biggest is probably George Strait, but I'm a huge Keith Whitley fan, big Alan Jackson fan, Mel Tillis, Buck Owens. I go back to some of the old greats, big Merle Haggard fan. So they all kind of play a big influence in my career and my music.
Yeah, I can see that in your sound, and I hadn't thought about Mel Tillis in a long time. He was a real great singer, definitely a legend, and
Great guy.
And some of those you mentioned, like Buck Owens, all those, they
Sure.
they all were legends and real great musicians, and so I can see how you get your influences from.
Sure.
Now, people might be watching this, and after the interview, they might want to go out and download more of your music. Can you do that on all the streaming platforms? Can they follow you on social media? Do you have a website? Tell us all that.
You sure can. My music is available. I've had, over 30 singles now over the last almost 30 years, but it's all available on every streaming platform worldwide. You can follow me on all socials at Chris Chitsey. My website's chrischitseymusic.com. But I'm readily available if you're looking for it.
Okay. Okay. So everybody do that. If you're download all this music on all the social media platforms and the streaming media platforms, all that stuff. I know he would just love you for that. And we're getting ready to play this song in just a moment. It's called "Last Time I Saw You." It's a real great song. But tell us a little bit about the story about that song. I'm sure it's self-explanatory, but.
Well, it's I think a lady by the name of Ann Hollister with the Indie Source magazine kind of said it best in one of the reviews that she did for this song. She said it's an ode to love and romance as seen through the eyes of a kindred spirit, and it's a little bit about regret too. But the chorus is, "Last time I saw you was in the hot August sun. Last time I saw you, I was too dang headstrong. Last time I saw you, I should have met you halfway. And last time I saw you, I should have asked you to stay." But we can all revert back to a relationship at some point in time, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may be, that kind of one that got away, and the one that you wish you could have back, talk to one more time. I should have asked you to stay. I should have called you. I pulled up to a light and saw you. I should have said hi, type of thing. But it's a amazing song. Just struck me as soon as I got it in. Written by good friends of mine, Rob Martin and Frank Maroney. But it was an outstanding song. I knew within probably 10 seconds of hearing it that I had to cut it. And Rob and Frank, we just recorded 3 more songs in Nashville 3 weeks ago. So looking forward to putting those out as well. But Last Time I Saw You is the current single. We just found out Friday it hit the #1 chart position on the all the European charts. So we were just extremely thrilled with that, to have a #1 on the Euro charts, because it's my first #1 on a charting system that does not only incorporate country, but it's all genres of music, which here in the States we're accustomed to having. I've charted #1 songs before on country-based charts, and New Music Weekly, Country America out of LA, Music Row out of Nashville, but I've never had a European #1 competing with rock, rap, reggae, pop, hip hop, anything you can think of. So it was very special to have that reach #1 this past Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you, sir.
On that.
Thank you.
And like I said, it is a great song, and we're going to get to that in 1 second. But before we get into that, Chris, thank you so much for being on the show. That's all we have time for right now. But if you have anything new to plug in the future, just contact us. Maybe we'll have you back sometime.
Sounds great, Paul. I appreciate the time. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. And here it is, "Last Time I Saw You" by Chris Chitsey, and it begins right now.
I've had time to do some thinking, even when I'm not drinking. So many thoughts are crossing my mind. Sometimes on the road we travel, even good things unravel. The best gifts are left behind. The last time I saw you was in the hot August sun. The last time I saw you, well, I was too dang headstrong. Last time I saw you, should've met you halfway. The last time I saw you, I should've asked you to stay. Did you finally sell all your things and plant your roots in the Delray beach sand, just like you always dreamed about? I know my ring ain't on your finger. Do you ever miss all the things that we were? I guess I just wonder what you're doing now. The last time I saw you was in the hot August sun. The last time I saw you, well, I was too dang headstrong. Last time I saw you, should've met you halfway. The last time I saw you, I should've asked you to stay. I can still see your green eyes, I can still hear your goodbye echoing through memories of me and you. The last time I saw you was in the hot August sun. The last time I saw you, well, I was too dang headstrong. Last time I saw you, should've met you halfway. The last time I saw you, I should've asked you to stay. The last time I saw you, I should've